I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before buying the Esperia Talon JPEG, and we're starting right now.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Special thanks to all the support from patrons and channel members. It takes a while to make one of these, and your support is appreciated. Welcome to A Star Citizen's JPEG Buyer's Guide. This is SubliminaL here, and today we'll be discussing what we know about the newly announced Tevarin light fighter, the Esperia Talon. In this overview, I'll give you some backstory on the Talon, go over the features of available variants, your purchase options, and give you my preliminary thoughts on the Talon. Enough with the formalities, let's get to it. Lieutenant Weber Forbes once said, "They'd be on top of you and unleash hell before you could scramble the fighters. Then they'd be long gone, disappeared without a trace, and you'd just be a sitting duck with your comms fried, waiting to hear that whistle again." The Talon is a recreation of the Tevarin light fighter of the same name made by Esperia. The Talon is a Tevarin equivalent of the Aegis Gladius or Vandal Blade, a single-seat combat ship. The Talon is the perfect example of the Tevarin way of building a spaceship, maneuverable with powerful directional phalanx shields, but weak physical armor. As the Tevarin way of war to strike first and strike hard before using their phalanx shields to cover their escape. Shrikes are carnivorous, that means they eat meat, passerine birds of the family Lanidae. The family is composed of 33 species in 4 genera. The family name and that of the largest genus, Lanius, is derived from the Latin word butcher, and some shrikes are also known as butcher birds because of their feeding habits. The Talon is available in 2 variants, the base model Talon and the missile-throwing Talon Shrike. Let's go over the Talon first. The cockpit has been modified for human use, of course. This is what Esperia does. And they've kept the single-stick control design we see on the Prowler. The cockpit will also feature an ejection system unlike the Prowler. The ejection system will jettison the cockpit away from the rest of the hull. Due to the fact that the cockpit is completely covered in armor, my guess is that it will also feature the canopy that projects the outside view just like the Prowler. The Talon's armor hull will feature stealth capabilities. It is my guess that this means there will be a 10 to 30% reduction of EM, IR, and CS across the board like the Saber and Eclipse. I'd guess they'd go with 20%. That's great for stealth. The Talon will come standard with 2 size 3 missile racks, each holding 2 size 2 Tevarin missiles. These seem to be weapons that are not in the game's data yet. As for the firepower, the Talon will come stock with 2 gimbaled size 3 Deadbolt 3s. These weapons are in the game's files but are certainly not available in stores. I would take the data with this with a grain of salt. It is likely to release with different OP numbers, people will bitch about it, and then they'll be nerfed into oblivion. The size 4 to 6 versions of the Deadbolts are available for sale in-game if you would like to get a feel for them. They are very stealthy, boasting the lowest EM/IR signatures in its class. For comparison, the Talon will have the same hardpoints as the currently buffed Cartu 8. I'm getting excited, although it is possible that the gimbals will be locked, so size 4s may not be an option. As for the shields, the Talon will be equipped with 2 size 1 Tevarin phalanx shields. Now, I'm going to assume that these will basically be the size 1 versions of the Sucherons found on the Prowler and Banu Defender. If so, I will also assume that they will have 100% ballistic resistance, so you will need to take down the Talon shields all the way before you will be able to damage the hull. They should also have a large shield pool but suffer from a terrible request time that will make regen atrociously long. I am now erect. However, these are just my assumptions and I do not know this for sure. There is also mention that the Talon will have decoy countermeasures that will create radar decoys of the Talon. So if your opponent manages to survive a first strike, they will be just as unlikely to mount a successful counterattack. Now, let's talk about the Shrike variant. The cockpit will be the same as the base model. The hull will feature the same stealth tech, but comes with a special edition color scheme inspired by the 26th century original. This seems to be just a change in the colored glass on the wingtips from the pearlescent green to purple. Now, where things get interesting, the Talon Shrike will not come with the 2 size 3 missile racks. Instead, it will come with 2 bespoke missile racks with 12 size 3 missiles each. This is 24 size 3 missiles in a light fighter. They are not specified to be Tevarin missiles, so you can expect to add your own. This should keep you up at night because combined with the Talon's stealth capabilities, being able to equip 24 missiles that have an over 10,000 meter lock range can be devastating. you will certainly be able to fire missiles from outside of the Talon's detection range. Now, before you start pulling out your credit card to buy this one, let's talk about the firepower. The Talon Shrike will come with 2 gimbal size 1 deadbolt ones. This is a significant downside to the base model, so you will need to choose wisely. And finally, the Talon Shrike will have the same shield tech and countermeasures as the base model. This video is brought to you by my Locations of Stanton fan art series. There are 4 ways you can rock this collection. All viewers can download the mobile wallpapers for free. Desktop wallpaper versions are available to all patrons and channel members. Canvases and posters are available in the merch store, and you can have them printed on metal from display. Flaunt your love for Star Citizen and support the channel while doing so. The Talon and Shrike have 2 different buying options each. The base Talon is $90 war bond, meaning you'll need to spend some actual cash to purchase. This will include lifetime insurance, a VFG industrial hanger, AVES helmet, and the never-before-seen AVES armor. The Shrike War Bond is also available for $90 and will come with the same inclusions. If you are unable to spend some actual cash, then you can pay $10 more for the base Talon and Shrike. However, you will only receive 6-month insurance and will not receive the matching AVES armor. Both variants are available in the following packs. The Talon Twin Pack War Bond that comes with both the base and Shrike variants. There is a $10 savings over just buying one, and it includes the same extras. They are also available in the Birds of Prey pack that includes both Talons, a Prowler, Anvil Hawk, and a Nox Q, as well as the same extra goodies. I'm sure this has a savings, but I'm not sure. Someone let me know down in the comments. And if your baller status is over 9,000, then you can purchase the Alien Complete Pack 2950 War Bond Edition with the included ships and goodies. You whales will have to just pause this to read it. Each of these packs are also available if you're using store credit with the proper inflation added. If you like the AVES helmet, it is available on sale just like when the Prowler went live, but I see no sign of the matching armor. It looks as though it will be available for sale standalone when the ship is released. And lastly, if you purchase the Talon today, you will receive the Cartuero as a loaner until the ship is released in December of this year. After you watch this, make sure you check out my loadout guide to the Cartuero here, and stay tuned till tomorrow morning for the full buyer's guide. So, what are my thoughts? Well, I'm pretty hyped. This ship really speaks to me. My name is SubliminaL for a reason. I like to remain unseen until it's too late. The Shrike variant seems pretty cool, but I'm not a damn dirty missile throwing ape, so I don't think I'll pick one of these up. Its aesthetics are excellent. I can't wait to see how the pearlescent armor looks in game. And I can't wait until I can kamikaze myself into other ships, people, and space stations. If the Talon releases with unlocked gimbals toting 2 size 4 hardpoints and size 1 versions of the Sucherons, this may be my favorite light fighter. If not, I will have to try it out for myself to know for sure if I like it. With that being said, I will be melting my Cartuero as I am wrapping up the full review on it right now. And I'll purchase the double pack. If the Talon turns out to not be as good as I was expecting, then I'll just melt it all. If I can't live without the Cartuero, I'll pick it up again when it's available for sale. Expect a first look and full review in December when this is released. So make sure you're subscribed and have the bell clicked. Those are my thoughts. Let me hear yours down in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my loadout guide to the Cartuero here. If you enjoy my channel, there are 5 ways to support it. Number 1, you can smash that like button. Number 2, you can share this content with someone who may enjoy it. Number 3, you can check out my Locations of Stanton collection over at Displate and in the merch store. Number 4, you can subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the circle here. And number 5, if you're feeling generous, consider becoming a channel member or even better, a patron. Some pledge perks can be seen here, including desktop versions of my Locations of Stanton collection available to all patrons and channel members. If not, just sticking around until the end is greatly appreciated. Until next time, citizens, I'll see you in the verse.